Instead of her focusing on the task at hand, she's busy chatting with commenters, laughing, responding, saying healthcare girly, all whilst at work, and scrolling through the TikTok live like it's a casual vlog. It's clear that her full attention wasn't on her patients. It was on that phone screen.
And more importantly, it put patients' lives at risk by being focused on recording instead of paying attention to ensure safe medication administration. Medication errors are a serious concern in healthcare, leading to significant patient harm and even death. It's estimated that there are approximately 1.3 million people each year in the U.S. who are injured by med errors, and between 7,000 and 9,000 who die from them.
Hey loves! So I wish I was really making this up, but a newly licensed nurse went live on TikTok while passing medications to a patient at a nursing home. This nurse, she's barely a month into her new job, and she's live on TikTok on the clock, passing medications for 20 patients, chatting with viewers on her live, and handling prescriptions all at the same time. And when her viewers started warning her in the comment section and saying, sis, this is not right, this ain't it, stop the live, she hit them with, just relax, y'all are doing too much. Okay, interesting. Now, before we dive into the breakdown and the full consequences of this, I just want to let you know that I'm introducing something new and exciting to the channel. A little segment I call Must See Content, MSC. It's where I'll share standout post or clip I came across during the week. Whether it's funny, emotional, thought-provoking, or just too good not to share, today's pick actually ties perfectly into this whole story. So make sure you stick around till the end to catch it. And if you're yet to subscribe to this channel, what are you waiting for? Please join this community. Now let's take a look at the actual video that started all this.
Oh my god, y'all just be on here doing the most. Just relax.
Yes, ma'am. You do mornings. Yeah. And I don't even want to get
Healthcare girly. Okay.
Can you check my pants, see if they're dry?
Let me get a glove on. Nope, they feel dry, girlfriend. You have a... Ain't no patient information showing, okay? So y'all just relax. Oh my god, why do y'all keep doing that? I'll lose my license if I'm showing patient information. I'm not showing any patient information, so just relax. Just relax. If y'all see some patient information, then just holla. But I'm not showing nothing. I'm just at work, so just chill. Sit back, relax. Damn. Y'all be taking the fun out of everything. God damn. Just chill. And nobody's mad. That's the thing. Who's mad? I'm just telling y'all to relax, chill. You're not seeing any patient information. You're not seeing nothing. So just relax. Y'all be doing the absolute most. Obviously, this is the first time y'all been on here because I go live. This ain't the first time that y'all be just doing the most. This is not sanitary. I've been working on my own now. Actually, y'all, I just started this job. I've only been here for probably about a month. 1 second. Thank you for the follow. Oh, shoot. Actually, it wasn't the wrong medication. It's just the Lidocaine patch. You're supposed to have it in the daytime, not at night. I've only been a nurse. I passed my NCLEX August 15th. Your facility does not have safety concerns with you preparing meds online. How long were you in school before becoming a nurse? Your showers aren't at night, I guess. I guess your showers are during the day. Oh my god, y'all are just nerve-wracking. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Nursing home. I'm at a nursing home. I'm gonna come talk to y'all for a second. Y'all are in these comments. Let me block this hoe. I'm just now reading some of these. How do I even block on here? Cause bitch, y'all, it was doing way too much. Way too much. Yes, girl, I love doing nursing content. As long as I'm not showing any patient information, I don't understand why y'all be on here doing so much. Just doing way too much. Thank God, Kari. Let me go ahead and just block you, boo. Y'all be on here just doing too much. Girl, I know what HIPAA is. I've been in the healthcare field a very long time, even as a CNA. Like, I know what HIPAA is. I appreciate y'all on here that's having my back, because they just doing too much. Like, I done been in healthcare way too fucking long. I'm not about to sit on here and argue with nobody or do none of that. It's not happening. Was tripping. I'm just now being able to see everything. God damn. Let me go ahead and get this last guy. But that's the one annoying part, because that's their job to do that. And they just don't do it. So now I have to go get some vitals after passing all of these meds for 20 people.
Just shocking. Simply shocking. So in the video, we see the nurse saying the patient's name out loud. It's been muted for the purposes of social media. However, in the live, it was said out loud while she's meant to be preparing the patient's medication. Instead of her focusing on the task at hand, she's busy chatting with commenters, laughing, responding, saying healthcare girly, all whilst at work, and scrolling through the TikTok live like it's a casual vlog. It's clear that her full attention wasn't on her patients, it was on that phone screen. And people were warning her in the comments saying don't throw away all your hard work for TikTok or you could lose your license. But her response? Just relax, y'all are doing too much. Right. She claimed she wasn't showing any patient information, so it's all fine. But here's the thing. HIPAA isn't just about what you see, it's about what you hear. For those who are new to this term, HIPAA, or the Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act, is a federal law in the US that protects sensitive patient health information. That means names, medications, background voices, diagnoses, anything that could be tied to a patient must be kept private, especially in a professional setting. She also said to her commenters, y'all are taking the fun out of everything. And honestly, I don't see what's fun about patients waiting for their medication while the nurse is going back and forth with TikTok. I don't. A med pass is serious. It requires your full attention, accuracy and professionalism. A med pass is the common term for the process of administering medications to patients or residents in a care setting such as a nursing home or hospital. It involves the systematic distribution of medications according to a scheduled plan, ensuring accuracy and timeliness. How can you ensure accuracy when you're on TikTok? You're on the TikTok live whilst doing a med pass. People's lives are on the line and she says, just chill. And what's worse is that she casually mentions that this isn't her first time going live at work, which tells us this isn't a mistake. This is a pattern, but this time she just happened to get caught. This video happened to go viral, which I'm so thankful it did because she's just putting lives at risk. At one point, she opens a Lidocaine patch with her mouth, and she even says it herself, this isn't sanitary. Yet she still does it. For those who are new to this, a Lidocaine patch is a medicated adhesive patch that delivers the local anesthetic lidocaine through the skin to provide pain relief. She could have reached for her scissors, but no, that was too far. But TikTok comments, top priority. And at one point, she walks into the room to give the medication, she walks back out, and the next minute, she's onto TikTok, having a conversation with her commenters, responding to them. She's reading comments again. A few moments later, she realizes that she's made a med error. For those who are new to that term, med error or medication error, it's basically any preventable event that may cause or lead to inappropriate medication use or patient harm. This can occur at any stage of the medication use process, including prescribing, dispensing, administering, and monitoring. In simpler terms, a med error is when something goes wrong with a patient's medication that could have been avoided and potentially leads to harm. So she's made a med error and then she downplays it, saying it's not really an error. It was just a timing issue with the Lidocaine patch. It was meant for daytime and not nighttime. Meanwhile, she is fully in content creator mode, talking about when she graduated nursing school, when she passed a nursing exam, August 15, and going back and forth with viewers like this is just another live stream Q&A. You know, no biggie. At one point, she even blows a kiss to the camera, saying I'll be right back. In the same live, she confirms where she's working, she states it's a nursing home, and sits in a corner mid-med pass to address her viewers, scrolling and blocking people and saying y'all are doing too much. She defends her action by saying she's not sharing any patient information, and to her that makes it okay, but she is wrong. And when someone brings up HIPAA, she rolls her eyes and says I've been in healthcare for a very long time, even as a CNA, which is a certified nursing assistant. So she says she knows HIPAA, she says she's been doing this for years. I want you to remember those words because they matter later on. Then she starts throwing her co-workers under the bus, saying that the CNAs at her facilities are not doing their job. Once again, on live, at work, bad-mouthing her team to the internet. She complains that she had to go get vitals after her med pass. And from my research, vital signs are measurements like blood pressure, heart rate, respiratory rate, and temperature, crucial indicators of a patient's health. And here's the thing, vitals should be taken before administering medication, not after. Especially if you're giving medication that can affect blood pressure or the heart rate. And now she's saying she has to go check vitals after administering meds for 20 people without checking their vitals first. After being distracted, after being live, and after making a med error. I mean, how is this real?
If there's one thing I learned about being a nurse, when it comes to that blood pressure medication, I'm taking that blood pressure every single time before I give a blood pressure medication. And hear me out, I don't care how slow my shift is going, I don't care if there's a lot of things going on, I don't care if I feel like I'm behind, that blood pressure will be took before I give that medication. And if that blood pressure way too high, way too low, and it's outside of the parameters, that MD will be called. For that girl to get on TikTok live and be on live during a med pass, insane. Yo, it's one thing, respirations and stuff that you could get, but blood pressure? Giving blood pressure medicine without checking the blood pressure? What? We're nurses. We gotta realize that not everything is for social media and stuff like that. Like, these people's lives are actually in our hands, and one med error, one tiny mistake can literally cost somebody their life. Not only just your license, but somebody's life, somebody's family member. So please, y'all, please, 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 not everything needs to be recorded, and just be the best nurse you can be, because going on live during a med pass.
She ended up deleting the original live, but by then it was too late. Someone had already recorded it, and that reposted clip now sits at 2.4 million and counting. And let's be honest, was that the point of filming it? For likes, for comments, for the engagement? Because at the expense of patient safety, it's not worth it. The nursing community was not having it. They were disappointed, frustrated. Honestly, they were disgusted. Some healthcare professionals even went as far as saying that she should lose her license. Others urged the nursing board to step in, calling her behavior reckless, unprofessional, and dangerous. And oh my, did they voice their opinions loud and clear. Here are a few of the responses from fellow nurses and other healthcare professionals.
I'm not gonna lie, you gotta be a whole different type of stupid to get on live while doing your med pass. Like, what did you think was gonna happen? You telling me that you set your camera up like, hey, let me get on live while doing my med pass while I'm on the clock. You said, let me get on live while the whole world is watching, pass medications, while also patient's information can be heard. Then you get mad when people trying to save you telling you stop being on live while you at work. You talking about, oh, y'all doing too much. I'm not gonna lie, you don't deserve to have your license. Like, the fact that you would even think that that's cool, there's something wrong. There's a disconnect, I'm telling you. Now, for this stupidity that you just did, not only are you about to lose your job, they about to report your license to the board. Like, you have plenty of chances to get off live, but you still want to be like, y'all doing too much. I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't feel sorry for you. I don't.
So I can't believe I'm actually making this kind of video, but if you are a nurse, do not ever record yourself at work committing a felony. It really takes a special level of dumb and not give an F to not just record yourself doing this, but live stream it and show everyone what you're doing. The fact that this actually happened truly boggles my mind, because even the worst nurses know that don't break HIPAA, because once you lose your nursing license, that is it. And as long as you have your license, you're fine, because you can get fired over and over and over again and still get a job as a nurse because you have your license. But the absolute audacity to say a patient's name over a live stream to everyone in the entire world is absolutely crazy. Nursing school did not teach us much, honestly, but it did teach us protect our license, because without our license, we don't have a career. So I can't believe this happens, and please don't think every nurse is like this, because we're not.
Multiple people in the comment section were calling for her to be reported to the board. And of course, some said they were going to report her, and it looks like they did. There's now a letter circulating online confirming that a report was filed against her. I'm going to read a portion of it. The letter is dated May 20th and addresses Yasmin Scott, LPN. That's a licensed practical nurse, acknowledging that the board has received the complaint and is currently reviewing the information. It says the information will be thoroughly reviewed to determine if there has been a violation of the Michigan Public Health Code. In addition, after the video went viral, Yasmin did issue an initial response. It was deleted shortly after, but thankfully, someone saved a screenshot. Let's take a look at what she said. She says, I want to take a moment to directly address the video circulating of me at work. First and foremost, I understand the seriousness of the situation and how it may appear without the full context. The original video was live and unedited. At no point did I say or show any patient's name or violate HIPAA regulations. I take patient privacy extremely seriously as both a professional and a person who cares deeply about those I serve. Regarding the concern about the Lidocaine patch, I did not apply the patch to the patient. I initially placed it in the room, but upon realizing it was not the correct time for administration, I immediately corrected the error by retrieving it before it was applied. No medication was administered incorrectly and no patient was harmed. I acknowledge that going live at work, even without revealing identities or details, was not the best judgment on my part. I'm reflecting deeply on that and learning from this experience. I will not be engaging in any type of social media activity while on shift in the future. To those who have supported me, thank you. To those with concerns, I hear you. My priority has always been to give my patients the best care possible, and I'll continue to do so with humility, responsibility, and professionalism. The video posted was clipped and edited. Look very closely. This will all be handled in due time. After everything that's happened, you think Yasmin would have just left it at that? Maybe keep her apology up, lay low and stay off social media while the investigation plays out? But no, she's been back and forth on social media, still posting and responding to people's comments while all of this is unfolding. Here are a few of the videos she's posted since the incident, all while the investigation is still being actively investigated.
Hey guys, my name is Yasmin Scott, and I did want to come on here just to clear the air on a few things. I've been seeing content creators as well as just people in the comments saying that I have given them some sort of update, whether it's my employment status, whether it's just, I don't know, anything pertaining to me, and it's just simply not true. I haven't given any updates on anything. I haven't told anyone anything. So yeah, there will come a point in time where I'm very transparent about what's going on. I'm a transparent person, and that's just that. I've also seen people saying that I'm looking for sympathy, which also is just simply not true. I know what I did was not right. I took accountability for my actions, and that's the only thing that I can do in this situation. So I did just want to come up here and give a small little update about the things that I have been seeing on TikTok. So yeah, you guys have a great, blessed, productive day, and yeah. Hey guys, my name is Yasmin Scott. I did want to make this video today to let you guys know that I do see all of your messages, whether they're good or bad, as well as the comments. And I do want you guys to know that I try my hardest to read every single message, every single comment that you guys send. I'm well aware of what I've done and how extreme it is. And again, I do take full accountability for that. And I thank you guys for all of the love, the guidance, the support, as well as all the constructive criticism. And yeah, I just want you guys to know that I hear you guys, I see all of you guys, and this was definitely a learning experience for me. And like I said, I do plan on keeping you guys updated and being transparent about all of this. So I hope you guys have a great, productive, blessed day. Hey y'all, my name is Yasmin Scott and I'm currently a nurse LPN and a mother of 3 kids. Today I am headed to the car wash. Today we're about to get this car together, y'all. These kids got my back seat tore down. Y'all are about to get a chance to see it. Outside of that, I am the nurse currently going viral right now for passing medications while I'm live, and I do want to take a second to take full accountability for my actions. There's in no way, shape, or form was that appropriate or the right thing to do. I want this to be an example to all the nurses who are currently in the field who make nursing content, as well as the nurses that are in school, on just what not to do. What I did, like I said, was not right. I also want to take a second to apologize to everyone that was in the live, everyone who commented on the live, to let me know and to warn me my attitude was not okay and it was not acceptable. I am a brand new nurse and I love being a nurse. I love my job. I love being able to say I'm a nurse. I love everything about the nursing field. And I think I just took it overboard. I got a little bit excited, y'all. I am human. Please forgive me. And yeah, like I said, I am a mother, so I do have to stay afloat. I can't let my rain touch my children. So I have to keep going. This definitely was a learning experience for me, you guys. And yeah.
She even managed to post a video of herself going to the hairdressers during all of this.
When I try to get intimate, even though they know I really ain't into it. You're not into it? I'm not into it. I already know the game and I've been through it. See, I buy my own bags, my boots, my jeans, will rock around with y'all underneath. You wanna step to me? So you got a long way to go. So high, you see that's business that you wanna do. Try to feel like so high, I chase you still in the blue. You say you wanna see me, but you need a friend to be me. I'ma tell you what it is. So you got a long way to go. Say you wanna love it, you love me, wanna touch me, then touch me. You got a long way to go.
All these videos were posted within a week of her original video going viral. Now let me be clear, the issue isn't that she had a hair appointment. What she does in her personal time, that's her business. But the timing and the fact that she decided to publicly post about it while under investigation and after a very serious incident is what raises eyebrows. Even more concerning, in that same video it appears that she's the one driving. And she's also filming herself while driving. That's incredibly dangerous. Once again, she's not fully focused on what she should be focusing on, which in this case is the road. It's the same pattern, more concerned about social media presence than safety, whether it's her patient at work or other drivers on the road. The world is watching. Her actions are being scrutinized. The board of nursing are watching. And instead of showing any sign of reflection, or understanding the weight of the situation, she's out here sharing content as if nothing happened. It almost gives the impression like she doesn't care, like she's trying to carry on with business as usual, even while the entire nursing community is calling her out and a formal complaint is under review. Again, no one is saying that she shouldn't live her life, but to post that publicly in the middle of all this and to risk safety whilst doing it, it's tone deaf. It just leaves a bad taste and shows a complete lack of awareness. for the gravity of what she's done.
I told myself that I wasn't going to respond to anybody else, but this comment right here really moves me. Like, it really moves me because I went to school like any other nurse. I stayed up late at night studying, crying like any other nurse. Got to experience graduation, you know, working, getting a new home for my children, getting a new car for my children. I put in the work to become a nurse. I didn't put in any work to become a content creator. I didn't stay up late at night to be a content creator. I didn't cry to be a content creator. I know this is the internet, but you people are very mean. Like, you people are mean. You guys are out for my head at this point. I know people keep writing me like, you don't have to explain, you don't have to explain. And I know I don't have to explain anything, but can we let the BON handle this? Can we let them handle it from here?
Here's what I really think about this whole situation. Yasmin says she put in the work to become a nurse and that she didn't train to be a content creator. She trained to help people. She talks about how much she loves nursing. She says it's her passion. She shares that she worked through nursing school as a mom, that she fought hard to get her family a home and a car, that she studied late into the night, cried through the pressure, and I believe her. But here's the thing, if it truly means that much to you, you don't behave like this. I know how hard professional qualifications are. Nursing school is no joke. It's rigorous, it's demanding, and it's emotionally intense. I'm a qualified chartered accountant and my training was brutal. Long hours, deep pressures, and because of that, I never play with my qualification. I worked so hard for it. That's the point of the process. They push you so that you value the qualification. So you treat it with care and professionalism. So when I see someone who's worked so hard, then act so recklessly, it really doesn't make sense to me. I'm not a nurse. And so whilst preparing for this video, I had to do a lot of research into what HIPAA is, what a med error is, what a Lidocaine patch is. But looking into this situation, even without knowing all that, to me, this is just common sense. You don't record yourself at work, period. You've gone to work to do a job, so do the job. If you want to be a content creator, be one outside of work hours. There's no way I could film myself live whilst preparing a company's financial statements. That kind of work needs full focus, and that's dealing with numbers. But nursing, you're dealing with people's lives. The fact that someone could focus more on TikToks than their patients, I'm sorry, that's not a HIPAA issue alone. That's just poor judgment. Let's forget HIPAA for a moment. Forget policy. This is about critical thinking. I was genuinely shocked when I found out that she has children, and honestly, I feel for those kids. I really do. When you're a parent, especially a single mother, your decisions have to be mature. Your career, your license, that's just not your identity. It's your livelihood. That's how you feed your children. To risk that for a TikTok live, it's just heartbreaking. And I don't even think there were over 100 people on that live. Like, what was the purpose? She could have been such an inspiration to young women, to mothers, to single parents. She could have used her story, balancing motherhood and nursing school, to uplift others, to show what's possible. There are ways to create content about your journey without risking lives, violating ethics, or going live at work. She's mentioned that she doesn't want rain to fall on her kids, basically saying that she doesn't want them to suffer because of her actions. But that's exactly why she should have thought about this while she was at work. She passed her nursing exam in August 2024 and finished nursing school in July 2024, not even a year ago. And to throw all of that away so quickly, it's genuinely sad. She recently posted an update about her job status. And in that video, she admits that she's been reported to the Board of Nursing at least 50 times. And her workplace have been notified as well.
Hey guys, I did want to come up here and let you guys know what was going on. I told you guys before that I would be very open and transparent. So yeah, the BON was contacted over 50 times regarding my case. My job was also posted online and they were also contacted. As of now, I am currently suspended until the investigation is over. I do want you guys to know that I'm well aware, again, of how extreme and severe my actions were. You do things and you don't think that it's going to go viral. You don't think that it's going to be even seen. And in my case, it was. I woke up and I was all over the internet and I had thousands of comments of people holding me accountable for what I've done. And whether it was advice, whether it was criticism, whether it was some sort of guidance, I've seen everything. And I want you guys to know that I appreciate the feedback. This was a lesson learned for me. And like I stated in previous videos, I hope I can be used as an example in the future of what not to do, and just give a heads up to these, creators that are in nursing, that are creating content, these people who are in school to be coming to the nursing field, just to be aware. And it doesn't matter who you think's watching. It doesn't matter what the case is, just to be mindful of the content that you're putting out to the world.
I appreciate the transparency with the outcome, and hopefully it's going to serve as a lesson to other nurses of what not to do. I really have to point out the problem wasn't going viral and getting caught. That should not be the takeaway. This was a HIPAA violation, and more importantly, it put patients' lives at risk by being focused on recording instead of paying attention to ensure safe medication administration. And in fact, you did make a med error when you put the lidocaine patch on your patient at the wrong time. It was minor, but it was still a med error, and that's one you caught. There may have been others you didn't catch. Medication errors are a serious concern in healthcare, leading to significant patient harm and even death. It's estimated that there are approximately 1.3 million people each year in the US who are injured by med errors, and between 7,000 and 9,000 who die from them. You seem like you're sincerely trying to take accountability. I just don't think you're quite there yet in understanding the gravity of what you did. But we are all works in progress, and I do hope you don't lose your license over this. Oh, and also, when you opened the lidocaine patch with your teeth, never, ever, ever put anything in your mouth in a healthcare facility. That shit is nasty.
Let's be honest, the board will act. And I don't believe the punishment will be light. They will want to send a message, especially in this social media age, where some new nurses think going live at work is just part of content creation. There are already reports that Yasmin's case is being used in nursing school as case study of what not to do. And honestly, I get it.
HIPAA is all about privacy of information. Knock, knock. Who's there? It's HIPAA. HIPAA who? Sorry, I can't tell you. That's private. I can't work like this. I'm done.
It's a clear message to all professionals that this behavior will not be tolerated. More recently, Yasmin also shared online that her family had created a GoFundMe on her behalf. And honestly, people were not happy about this. I'll read snippets of the GoFundMe and we'll take some comments. So it's a GoFundMe that's been put together by her father. It says, I'm reaching out as a father who is concerned watching his daughter's life and career fall apart after a single mistake, one that she deeply regrets and is working tirelessly to make right. It says here, my daughter Yas Scott is a licensed practical nurse, a single mother of 3, and one of the most determined people I know. She didn't just stumble into nursing, she earned it. For over a year, Yas made a 180-mile trip to nursing school every day through all kinds of weather while raising her children alone. She sacrificed sleep, meals, and moments with her kids to build a life and to serve others in a profession she loves. But one mistake has threatened to undo all of that. Yas is currently under investigation by the nursing board for a medication pass error and a potential HIPAA violation involving a TikTok video. It was an immature and thoughtless decision made without fully understanding the consequences. She never intended to harm anyone, but she now realizes that intent doesn't erase impact. She has taken full responsibility and is committed to learning and growing from this painful experience. Since then, the fallout has been devastated. She lost her job. She has been publicly humiliated online and in the media. She's been harassed, mocked, and even told to harm herself. She can no longer find work in her field. Worst of all, nursing organizations across the country have used her image and video without her permission as a cautionary tale in training sessions, compounding her shame, making it harder for her to move forward. Yaz is not a malicious person. She's a young mother who made a mistake, took accountability, and now just needs a second chance. She's committed to becoming a better nurse and human being. However, she cannot do this alone. We are asking for help to cover legal fees to defend her license, basic living expenses for her and her 3 children, rehabilitation and training programs to help her re-enter the nursing field stronger and wiser. So someone says, you definitely deserve a second chance, but a GoFundMe is crazy. You don't need a license to get a regular job. Work with the board to get/keep your license and work a regular job during the process. Someone says, I'm not trying to bash you or anything or come at you. I'm just really trying to get an understanding as to why you're thinking this way, because I know your license are suspended. You have multiple mouths to feed, you have bills to pay, and so does everybody else. But it's a GoFundMe really necessary when the mistake that you made was preventable, but there's other people out here homeless and etc. Like, I'm honestly shocked that you actually have a GoFundMe and capable of working. Someone says, you better Uber or DoorDash. Times are tough for everybody. Asking for handouts because of a situation you put yourself in is outrageous. I know people make mistakes and grace is owed to everyone, but man, I don't know. I feel like maybe a break off social media. Take a sec and just out the phone and put the phone down. Someone says, for what, when we try to tell you? Someone says, a GoFundMe for what? You're perfectly capable of working. Use your phone to apply for other jobs besides nursing, DoorDash, Uber, Lyft, etc. And then someone says, I was in the comments asking people to give you grace, but this is a bit wild. Someone says, be so for real. GoFundMe for her because she was a DA and people were warning her. Who are these people donating? Someone says, the audacity, it's infuriating. People are homeless, starving, etc. and you are begging for money when you can get a damn job. Not a nursing job, but you are fully capable of something else. No one owes you. I work hard as a nurse and I still have to budget and live in my means. There is no way in hell I'd give you any money. Someone says, what are we donating for? Loads of people have called for Yasmin to stay off social media while she's under investigation. Yasmin, if you ever come across this, I hope you reflect. If not for yourself, then do it for your 3 children. Step away from social media and focus on rebuilding what you can. Alright loves, before we wrap up, as I mentioned at the start of the video, I'm introducing a new segment called Must See Content. The clip I'm sharing today actually ties in perfectly with this whole saga. As this whole story went viral, of course, the internet did what it does best, and people started making skits about it. And I have to say, this one stood out. It's a comedic take on the situation, a skit that mimics what happened, but in a funny, exaggerated way. So I'll leave you with this. Enjoy the laugh, and remember, sometimes the internet's way of processing serious things is through humor. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and of course guys, please subscribe to the channel. Let's keep the conversation going in the comment section. I'd love to hear your thoughts.
I'm just waiting for a few more people to join. You're so pretty. Oh, thank you. Where'd you get your necklace? It's Vivian Westwood. Thanks. I wish I was you. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you.
Until next time, bye.